Hi everyone! I play a lot of Stardew Valley, and one of my favorite ways to switch it up and make every save file feel different is through changing the farm map I play on. With thousands of hours in this game, things like the secret fishing spot in the beach farm, the foraging in the forest farm, and even the mini quarry in the hilltop farm don't feel exciting to me anymore. So when I start a new save, the first things I look for is a new map to play on. I'm going to be going through 3 of my favorite maps I have used and why they're great, in the hopes of inspiring you on how to change up how you play the game. The first map I'm showing you here is called Strawberry Fields Farm, created by DaisyNiko. This farm is really pretty. It has this river running down the middle and has 2 large areas that are designed for planting, although you can till any of the grass areas as well and plant on them. You aren't limited to only the 2 large fields. One thing I really like about this farm is it's not super large and not super overwhelming, but it does have a couple dedicated areas for animals, tons of beautiful flowers and great designs, and overall it's just really really stunning and really pretty to work from. Now that we're kind of coming to the end here, what I've done is I've taken a screenshot of what the entire map looks like if it was decorated. This is just like a really quick run through of where you could place some things. And then I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of this farm just to see how all that looks in gameplay. Specifically, something I really love about modded maps is these designated enclosure for farm animals. It is something that makes it super easy for those who aren't the most great at decorating and allows you to kind of visualize how the map is supposed to be laid out. Opposed to some of the base game farms that are just big empty fields, and it can be a little bit overwhelming if you want to start off from there. The second farm I have to show you here is called Solo Four Corners Farm, created again by DaisyNiko. You'll notice that creator specifically has so many farm maps that you can look through, and they all are created with incredible quality. I really love them. But specifically this one is inspired by the Four Corners map from Stardew Valley, but created in a more single player way. This one is larger than the previous map and is quite a large map. It's the second largest map I'm going to be showing you today, and has a large amount of farmable area, a large amount of area for other supplies and other farm buildings, and also multiple enclosures for animals. I think this one has 3. This map is so big that it has transportation systems to get around it, but it's not, again, the biggest map that I'm going to be showing you today. I just really love this map because I think that it would work really well for a perfection save or someone who's going to be playing on this map for a really long time, as there's tons of areas to expand, lots of areas to build things, but it still kind of has that traditional feel. There I'm just showing you the transportation system. There's a minecart that takes you from the top of the map to the bottom quarry, and these 2 minecarts connect the 2 fields together, so if you're doing farming, you can kind of work between the 2 of them quite easily. Same as last time, here's a quick overview of how I would decorate this farm from a screenshot. It is quite large, and I'm going to really quickly run through it to show you here. I love that this farm has a little cutout for the stable, so it really fits in perfectly there, and of course all the fields perfectly fit the iridium sprinklers. To design it, I put a little tree farming area to the right of this quarry here, and filled both of these fields with lots and lots of star fruit. These are some fruit trees. You will notice I have a couple mods in this game, things that change crops and add additional trees, but it would not affect the saves whatsoever. You can absolutely just use these saves with only the base game and the farms. Up top I added some additional sheds because I didn't need any more farm buildings, and that's the whole layout. The final farm I'm going to be showing you here is huge. This is a farm that comes with the Stardew Valley expanded mod, which is created by FlashShifter. That mod specifically comes with 2 farms you can download separately, the Grandpa's Farm and Immersive Farm 2 Remastered, but I've chosen to highlight the Immersive Farm 2 Remastered because this is the most recent farm I've used personally when playing the game, and I do love it. It is massive. It has a lot of secrets to explore, lots of buildings to upgrade, things like that, and it's really good for someone who has played Stardew Valley a fair amount and is looking for a bigger commitment and also a bigger challenge. You'll also notice that I had to speed these up because this farm is so large. The clips were super long, so I have sped them up. You'll see that there's this area down here that's really good for foraging. The map goes on forever. And again, you can absolutely hoe any of the like grass tiles and they'll just turn into regular tiles. You don't have to worry about that, and you can plant things anywhere on these farms. But I love that most of these farms come with built-in like walkways to show you where you're going, because it really makes it easy to understand like different areas of the farm. There's this little hilltop area that has foraging based on the seasons that I love, and the fruit cave or the mushroom cave is absolutely larger with a separate little almost like mineral deposit area that you can come to and get a couple items. One other thing I will note is that a lot of these areas are blocked off to start the game through like large boulders or large logs that you'll need an upgraded axe to open. So you will not have access to everything right off the bat, and it does take a super long time to clear these maps, but I've started with them empty just so you can see an overview. And this is another secret little foraging area that has mushrooms that you can grab, and also lots and lots of hardwood. I'll also say here that I do have a recolor that I play with for almost all of my playthroughs. This is the DaisyNiko Earthy recolor. Generally when I play Stardew Valley, I play with about 50 mods. Here, the only thing that's affected though would be the recolor and maybe some additional crops you might see around. The bottom area of this farm does have a secret little wood area that connects to the secret forest. The secret forest looks a little different because it's from Stardew Valley Expanded, but right here is completely a part of this farm, and it has a cute little hot springs area that you can come to, and although it's not shown in this clip, it works like the spa in that it does replenish your energy over time. Finally, to the left of the farm, there's a little grandpa shrine. There's more little wooded area and a little boat that when you click on takes you to your own personal quarry. The stuff in this changes depending on your farm level, like most other maps do. So you can all the way get up to like having like gold or even iridium deposits there. And there are some minecarts to take you around this map, but if you were going to play with it, I would recommend things like the obelisks to get around the map. And here's a screenshot of everything so you can see just how large this map is. Similar to before, I'm just going to quickly run through here and show you how I would lay out this farm. There's absolutely no shortage of space for buildings, and I love that there's these like dedicated spots for farm buildings or sheds. I like that it kind of lays it out for you there. So yes, we have these like two massive huge fields in this area that I chose to use for animals, but you could also use for additional fields if you were interested in. Just some additional space and a huge fruit tree area. I love fruit trees in my Stardew playthroughs. Some fish ponds just for fun. And then down here I chose for my like tree farm for tree sap as well. But in general, that's everything that I have here. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please just comment them below and I'm happy to answer. Thanks everyone.